Hi Ladybugs, it's Yolanda and it's good to be back. I've been away, excuse me, for a while because I've been ill. So I have a lot of catching up to do with my YouTubes and I've got lots and lots to show you. So I will be uploading a whole lot of stuff. Now this tutorial is this pocket right here. Now of course you know this is my style, frou-frou as my friend says, with lots of lace and glitter and stuff. Okay, so this one, you can use it as a floating pocket in your journal, or you can also stick it down, and this is like a journaling card, and that goes in there. And this is a big tag, and of course just some ephemera. And this isn't a journal I'm working on, so let's pretend you could stick it down like that and use it as a tuck spot. So it's quite versatile, or stick it in a, here we go, a pocket, and or tuck spot rather. You can see I'm a bit out of practice. I'm losing my words again. Okay, now for this, all I did was used straight bond paper or typing paper, which I have right here. It's already been coffee dyed. And all I did, where is my scoreboard? Let's push this aside a little bit. Oh, you know, I thought I had everything prepped. Okay, I'm going to use this gently because you know paper is quite flimsy. So I'm just going to score on 4, if I can get it nice and look at this, nice and straight. There we go. And all you do is you fold it, right? And then, so that marks 4 inches as I've done here. And then I'm going to cut it to 6.5 inches. You can actually put my scoreboard aside. And so I'm going to cut this piece off here. Okay, you're going to keep that piece. And then I'm going to cut it to, what did I say? 6.5. Of course you can make this any size you want. You can make it longer or smaller. You know, it depends on the journal. So these measurements are not hard and fast. Okay? And then here, to make this diagonal, let's get that out the way. Let's throw that away. To make that diagonal, what I did, I just actually eyeballed it. But then I thought, no, I better give you measurements. All you're going to do is measure 2.5 inches down to here. Okay, and then once again it goes, let's be careful to be on camera. Open it out, and then you're going to put that on your cutting line where the fold is, right? And then just angle it, and off it comes. So that is your basic fold in order to make this. Now as you can see, I have embossed it and I've stitched it round. It just adds more interest. So I have already prepped more or less this one here, which I have embossed using a, oh look at that, it's torn, it doesn't matter, using a 3D embossing folder. I've just bought it. So yeah, I've got to use it like 1,000 times before it gets banished to the cupboard. And yeah, so it's embossed. And on this one, let me just get my little, I usually use this little thing too, and I have it handy here. And because I'm using green, I'm going to use some green. And this is optional, of course. Let's put it up. If you don't have these, use distress inks, use chalk even. Remember, we used to use a lot of chalk in scrapbooking, and that would also look very, very nice. But you know, also when you do this, it just brings out, especially if it's a 3D. This one I did here is not 3D. But I'm really loving these new 3D embossing folders. So there you go. I suppose you could do the back. I'm not going to do it. Okay, so let's put that away. And I do want to add, where's my green? Just a, no, that's not green. Oh, here it is. Because I'm using that to make the big tag. So let's just, isn't that gorgeous? I'm going to put it everywhere. Why not? Maybe you'll see just the edge of it here, because you know the tag goes on top. Really, really pretty. So like I say, use your distress inks, your chalks, your whatchamacallit, you can use your Nouveaux, crystal drops as well. Anything goes. Whatever you have. I'm not going to stitch this now, you know, for the sake of brevity. So what I'm going to do, all I'm going to do is make a thin line. Uh-oh, that's not very, let me use my cloth. I'm doing this quickly, of course, because I don't want to keep you very long. So let's quickly put some glue. And glue it together. So easy. And if you don't want to add all the frou-frous, of course, you don't have to. You just do it your style. Just put that on. I've already pre-cut this for my tag. You probably can't read that. So the width, I had to really work it out because I hate these 5/8 and 1/8 and I just call them ints. Anyway, I did measure. It's 3 5/8 across. And where's my ruler? I think it is my memory. 5 3/4. Okay. This one I did cut on my Cricut. So it's got that little fancy end, but not everybody has a Cricut. So all I'm going to do here, I'm going to do my little corners. And then, very simple way of doing your tags. I'm sure most of you do it like this anyway. Just take your scissors, fold it across, and there we go. I'm not going to make a hole. Let's get that foofy thing out the way, because we've got, I'm putting a flower on there. So I'm just going to put that aside, this thing. Stay down. And then I used icicles, glitter glue. I'm just going to put a little bit. This bottle almost finishing. Let me bring this up a little bit more. I mean, again, this is optional. If you don't want to use stickles, use your distress inks, which reminds me, I am quickly going to distress this because I'm not stitching, but stitching is an optional. If you don't like sewing, then, well, then you're not going to stitch, are you? So let's do that. Gorgeous. Let's put it all around. You know, you can stitch this as well if you want. I hope you're going to make these, and I would love to see it. Please put it on my Facebook page. Now this actually sticks down. What could be more simpler? Oopsie. Keep that in camera. Yeah, I mean, so let's just once again put some glue. Like so. How's that? I'm getting new bottles. These things, you know, you put your pin in it and it gets all rusty. I just want to put it down. Now I've also This is vintage lace, but I'm just going to use tulle. You can use, again, anything you want, or you can keep it bare and just collage on it, you know. But so let's just put that there, and then I will cut it off afterwards. And that, I use my glue gun, my handy nifty glue gun. It's actually not quite hot enough yet. Come back here. Just need to stick it down like so. Oops. There we go. I think that's fine. Look at it dripping everywhere. That's what I hate. You know, you lose a lot of glue. Who's got a tip to stop it dripping? Look at this. Let's just stick it on. Okay, put it back in my little tray. And let me get my sewing scissors. Just trim the edge. You can also stick this on before you stick your tag onto this pocket. So just cut. And I keep all these pieces, and these pieces I put in my smoosh bags, which are little bags like this, stuffed full of bits and pieces like that I sell. And I also include in my packs, you know. It's just so, as I said, this is my preferred style, although I do all sorts of different styles of journal because I love all styles. Let's just get rid of that before it goes there. And I'm just going to keep this pretty simple. As you can see on here, I used a few stamens. I'll probably do that later. So I've got this little guy. Looks a bit lonely up there. I am using, you know what I'm going to do, because seriously, he looks a bit lonely there. This is just a piece of lace I happen to have. Why not? Pink and green are always a good combination. Do like so. I will probably add stamens afterwards, because you know you can just slip them in, cut them a bit shorter. There we go. How's that looking already? Now I have a pile, this bag, gorgeous bag, look at this, of ephemera. So I think I will use the same one on there. I can just look at it, it's got beautiful things in there. No, because I put a bit of, and it's got a bit of pink. Dreams come true, isn't that cute? You know, you can also, if you want, cut a bit of cardstock and make another pocket there. Okay, because but I'm going to, what about this one? Oh, that's so pretty. How about that? I like that. Let's just do, because I have, yeah, it depends on what you have, or you can just make something. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do, because I think this is so pretty, and I'm going to move it a little bit up, because I'm going to use this, not too much up, as a tag, to put a tag in there, because I think it looks really nice. Maybe a little pink one. How about that? I always do this, I always make little changes, but you know, it gives you options as well. You've seen what it's like with just a bit of ephemera on there. This thing, just a little bit on the edges. How about that? And then I can use, I don't have any tags handy, but yeah, I can do that. So what you've got here is a pocket there, okay, and you've got a tag spot. Now this again, to make this, it's just so simple. And to give it a bit more sturdiness, these are just bits left over. What's the size? Again, I'm just going to eyeball it because I think, yeah, so from about there to there, I'll tell you the measurement. Let's do it to about there. And this one is also stitched actually, but I'm not going to stitch it now on camera. It's just, you know. But you see, when you put two together like this, what I'm going to do now, and this is what I do before I stitch, I just glue it a little bit inside to hold, oopsie, am I off camera again? I just put a little bit of glue, like so. Oops. More or less. There we go. I'm going to cut just a tiny bit there just to make the edge. Yeah, that's fine. Let's just check now that the width is correct. Hang on. Like so. Get in there. And I think, why is it going further? I always like to check before I do. I think I need to cut it some more. You see, it's too long. So always check it. Cutting a little bit more off there. As soon as I have my measurement right, I will give it to you. Yeah, perfect. So this is 5 and something. What is that there? I'm clueless. So it's 5. It's almost 5 3/4. You know, it's those inches. There's 5 inches and 1 inch. I don't know what that is. 5 3/4. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is, just in case you want to know. 5 5/8. How about that? Right. And then let's say you see here, again I stitched and I use stickles. Entirely up to you. You don't have to do that. You can just, because this is purely for journaling, obviously, for writing something on. And then you can either, I will stitch this afterwards, stamp. Let's see what stamps I've got handy here. Not much of the stamp. This one. I like the stamp. I use this actually quite a bit in my journals. I love it. Okay. And if you want to make this, all you do is cut your, let me grab it. All you're gonna do is cut a length. I'm sure you all know how to make these, unless you just started making journals. That should be, it doesn't even have to be straight. You know, I don't worry about that kind of thing because, you know, these are vintagey looking journals. So let's just, and I'll show you what to do if you don't have, yeah, I might as well. Let's just, I'm not gonna make it too wide. And you can see I don't worry about cutting it absolutely straight. There is no need. It's just, this is plenty here. So if you've got a sewing machine, you would stitch a gathering stitch down the middle and just put it a little bit tighter. If you don't have a sewing machine, your glue gun. Gotta have a glue gun, ladies. I wasn't going to make this frou-frou, but I guess I am now. So just put a bit of glue there. Okay, can you see that? And then just gather your, and do it little by little so you can gather it by hand. See, and you're making your little ruffle there. Very, very easy if you're not keen on sewing. go. And it's easy to use the glue gun to do this. You know, I don't do it with the other glue because it takes too long to stick. So there's my little frou-frou there. There we go. Just simple. And I can still go afterwards, or maybe I'll just stitch now all the way around. But you see how simple that is? And because you've joined two together, it's not so flimsy. And then you can slide it in here. And that, my friends, is my pocket. So let's say I want to put a tag on my floating pocket. Isn't that pretty? I don't even know what collection this belongs to. You see, I've taken it off. But let's pretend this is a tag, shall we? I mean, look, you could put a tag in there. You can do more, make it more fancy here as well. This one goes in there. But it's a very, very simple pocket to make. And as you can see, with this vintage lace, it looks a little bit better, I think. So I will probably go, I don't know what I'm going to do, we shall see. But I think that could do with a little bit more embellishing. So there we have either a stick-on pocket, which is probably better to stick on because I suppose you can write. It's not too bumpy if you write on here. Not too bad, not too bad. Or stick it in your journals. So I hope you enjoyed that tutorial, and I just want to show you these are other versions of it, which I will be doing separate videos for, so that I don't keep you here too long. So guys, I will see you very soon, and keep watching. And oh, don't forget to like. Ciao now.